Cam, what did you see on a couple of those? Looks like a couple near misses with Kelvin, and then that one at the end that got called back, the pick. What did you see on those plays, and did you get a chance to speak with Kelvin about them?
No, I haven't, but the film will tell everything. We had a couple near misses, and it's just about the chemistry. It's about practice. We worked that in practice. I was so confident, that we was going to get it because of so much that we worked. But yet that's just how it plays out sometimes. And we just got to go back to the drawing board and get better at it next week.
You talked all year about how you hadn't had a complete game, offense, defense. Do you feel like the day was – how close was this day to being more complete?
No, it wasn't. It wasn't. The defense just, played lights out for us, gave us unbelievable field position. Offensively, not to rain on the wind, we have to put up points. And points as in, getting touchdowns. And if we do that, that game is out of hand earlier. And that's what imposing our will, is. We have to have that type of mentality, that killer instinct. And we didn't have it, but we found ways to win, and that's the positive and the optimism of it.
Devin, kind of landing on his face mask, he said he bit through his lip and had to get stitches mid-game. Then he came out and made a couple huge plays for you. He also said that's the type of guy he is. Can you attest to that?
Of course. Fun is a person that he's reliable, and so much what we ask of him is not just catching the ball. I respect him and the Philly Browns of the world that, is great teammates, and they're core guys that gets the job done. The nasty plays, so to speak, and his production ranges way more than the catch that he may have. So it's good for him to come back, to show the toughness, and he already had my respect, and for him to do that, just made it even better.
Is he setting a higher bar for the receiving group as a whole?
I wouldn't say that. He's just doing his job. He's doing his job, and that's what we all have to do and keep doing.
And we've been asking you over the last few weeks, what'll make this better, You always just say winning.
Yes.
So while it wasn't a complete effort today or how you feeling now?
And a lot of winning, sweep a lot of things, a lot of feelings up under the rug, man, and just go on to the next one. Now when you lose, all that debris that you tried to sweep up is still up on top of the rug. So, for us, it's happy. We're happy that, we got a win today. And hopefully we can keep it going.
Cam, it's early, but you'll play Washington again next week, so you'll reunite with Josh Norman. Can you talk a little bit about that?
It's not a game about him versus us. We just need to win this game.
Cam, what did you think of Jay Steer's little somersault run?
It's like a cat. Pudgy cat. House cat. Yeah. But it was good to to see Stu keep his balance, and that's what he could do. For him to have the wherewithal to keep going, and that's another thing too.
A couple of guys in the locker room talked about Ron's kind of faith in the team, and despite the struggles you guys have had, he keeps believing you. How important was that through maybe the rough past couple of weeks?
Well, we just have to, make sure that, when he believes in us, we go out and give maximum effort. And I don't think nobody's effort has halted yet. And he keeps us energized. He keeps us focused, and that type of attitude is going to keep us going moving forward.
You feeling comfortable behind that reorganized line? I know it's the second straight game you've had a full game with them.
Mm-hmm. Well, guys are just doing their job, doing their, everything. They come in on practice and, throughout the week and work. Coach Masco and those guys do a great job with having everybody prepared. I'm satisfied, for me. But, like mentioned earlier, it's pretty much on me for those near misses. And, just got to get everybody the ball and get the ball out my hands as soon as possible.